Melissa.
Hello.
Thank you.
I'm Jeffrey K. Horkums. Welcome back to Test C Teams. Hello. I'm Jeffrey K. Horkums, and these are all the same people who were here before. I think I've got custom. I think I have things for each of these. Let's see how it goes. Evelyn Martin.
Yeah,
have there been any promising acolytes at the temple?
Well, this one acolyte specifically showed great promise in not only their fighting skills, but their absolute devotion to Lathander, in that they wove friendship bracelets for all the other acolytes that say "Live, Love, Laugh, Lathander."
Holy shit!
So Roscoe Biggins deserves a big shout out, and Evelyn wants Roscoe Biggins to be part of her family, so she's going to send a sigil of her family to Roscoe.
That's exquisite. That's exquisite. Hey, now, still, I mean, how are things at the hut? I mean, I know you're new there, but you've come into some pretty substantial authority there. I mean, how are things working?
It's been great so far. Everyone's been really working hard. I'm really proud of the team. Everyone's been giving their best effort. And we're happy to add one more to the flock. I've been hearing really great things about this new upstart, Taurus Beestinger.
Really?
Never heard of him, but sounds like a sweetheart. And we're excited to get him in here, get him all trained up, get him decked out with a brand new employee badge.
Oh, you gotta like that. And Shadow Council, fear not. Even now, we have opened the floodgates. We've done the ritual. Everyone who is in the channel is currently in a drawing for the Elderwood Academy mini spellbook C-Team themed. Now, Prism, utilizing the law of attraction, have you been able to attract anything from your vision board?
My vision board. Well, I peered into the faces of all my fans, and
within
among the Moodies, as we're calling them, was one standout, and that was, of course, Katrin Melky.
Oh yeah,
and they are the president of my fan club this week. They're going to be receiving a token of my eternal gratitude for being part of my little fan entourage.
I can't imagine. Yitzbin,
what?
Have you seen anybody interesting? Anybody sort of caught your eye in the gym?
No, I try not to look at people at the gym because they're doing their work. I'm doing my work. Nobody wants to get checked out at the gym. Nobody wants to get hit on at the gym. However, I will say, I wouldn't say it's like they're not necessarily catching my eye for the reasons you might think. They're a Tyrannosaurus, and that's a species of saurus that I didn't know was working on Arm Day. So
I assume they need specialized equipment. I mean,
you wouldn't believe the accommodations that this gym has made for this Tyrannosaurus.
Dude, can you imagine? It's like the two tiny little arms go out and it's just. Now, Quiver, enter any interesting targets this week?
Yes, of course. I am always on the hunt for a new and interesting prey, and unique to the palate. This time, I've selected a brocephine, the most sumptuous morsel.
Brocepene.
To find death at the end of my claws.
So do we have an MVP this week?
Oh, I mean, the cart itself is a
Strong.
Great contender.
I guess that's true. Probably the cart.
That is strong.
What about that paint that your cult is using, Prism?
I can't nominate my own Moody's, but you know I have a strong feeling about it.
You know you got mega love for that. For the dice set earned for you by Evelyn Martin, Catwalk 22. Enjoy those. Those are from Level Up. And Spellbook going out to Brocephine. What a treat.
Nice.
That's something to celebrate for sure. Now, I have a few Q up here. The Yithian historian says, aside from real wealth and a body you put there, what else would you like to find when you dig a hole? Does anybody have an input on this?
Fossil.
Real wealth and a body you put there is a really good album name.
Yeah.
There's never been a better time.
Yeah.
That honestly, that kicks ass, dude. That would be a great name for the musical album.
Cool, good ideas.
Just have that right up front.
Yep.
Here, so Kate, what do you got? What do you got in there?
Oh, I'm too embarrassed to tell you.
Is it the Franzia wine chest?
Oh, baby,
So
you know it is.
deeply close. It is. It did come from a box. I will tell you that much.
A box I found in the street.
Sorry, it's a wine kit, but I didn't finish making it.
No, dude, Ryan, we have a wine kit. It's in the office. Like, that stuff is ready to go.
Yeah, right.
What are we waiting for?
God, that was a while back, wasn't it?
Nothing. The longer you let the wine rest in there, I mean, nothing bad's going to happen to it. It's definitely good for it to be in there. But we could easily bottle that from now and then just try it and work forward.
I have been drinking a bottle of wine a day.
I can't even imagine.
Goddamn.
For lunch.
And I'm seeing results.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It's really working.
Yeah.
Agavesi says, what are you all doing besides work to occupy yourselves during this inside only time?
Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
In my soup.
Books, music, TV, games, etc. You've been digging. My friend Mike turned me into an idiot somehow. And I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about fast cars. And I don't mean Tracy Chapman.
Maybe had a fast car.
I'm legitimately, I can't stress Drive to Survive, Formula One on Netflix is one of the coolest shows I've ever seen. But I didn't actually know who it was from. I had seen a bunch of really amazing documentaries. Have you guys ever seen the Amy documentary?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's one of the, how amazing is that?
I wouldn't call it amazing, but it is impactful.
That's true.
What's
it's
it
very
called?
powerful. It's just called Amy.
Oh, okay.
It is unbelievable. But they did a bunch of great work. They had that Madrona. There's a soccer one, and then Senna obviously is a Formula One thing. But the show they've put together, like the reality, it actually really, really works. So what else have we been feasting on out here?
Kate's feasting on a never-ending pasta bowl, and that's really important to me.
Well, she's while hanging from the ceiling like a bat.
When you hear your family.
When you hear your
Let's see.
family.
So you get all the flavors.
Yep. So what have you been feasting on, Grasp?
I'm feasting on a lot of childcare.
Yeah.
That kind of as it's not play. He thinks it is, but it's not. It's not playful.
No. I mean, my son is getting into the math where I started to hate math.
Oh yeah.
And so I spend a lot of time like relearning quadratic shit and then having to like try to teach that to someone who doesn't.
I can't even imagine. Is that like Common Core stuff at this point? Like, how could they change it? How can they modify that?
They can make it worse.
Y'all,
That's not gonna be good.
I got something, and it's specifically for Ryan. Talking to you, bud. I started watching Haikyuu.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good.
How good is it? It's so good.
What's that?
Amazing.
It's
It's a
some anime
volleyball
shit.
anime.
It's some anime shit.
So
Volleyball boys.
is it baller? Is it actually legit?
It's so good. It's one of the best sports animes I've ever watched.
I've heard that
so
an
good.
entire season is just one game, and I gotta get to it, baby. I
Yeah,
gotta get
that's
to
the
it.
third season. Yeah, it's so good.
They break it down with that level of granularity.
Yeah.
It's incredible. They get into the players' trauma immediately, and I'm like, oh yeah, buddy, feed it to me.
And the dynamics between all the characters, it's fun. Like, it's really good. It's really, really good.
Where are you watching it?
Netflix. Dun, dun.
Nice.
Yeah,
No
you can watch
shit.
the dubs on Netflix if you want to watch the newest last season. I don't think the dub is on Netflix.
I
though.
highly recommend the dub.
The dub is good.
Because
Yeah.
there's this one character that they were like, let's just add as much Western flavor to, and he'll be like, "What's up, bro?" I'm like, "Oh yeah."
How erotic is it?
You know what? It's less erotic than I thought it would be.
I don't know. There's some sexual tension between the main two characters.
Yeah, I'm eating it up though. Woo!
Yeah.
God, there's some weird faces down here.
Yeah.
Hey, so let's see. Yithian wants to know how you're feeling now, Crasp.
Oh, all better.
Yeah? You seem invigorated.
I'm become one of Marvel's Eternals, and with the power of the cosmos inside of me, I can endure any illness at this point. It's not even a question. Full health restored.
I love it.
Premium.
All 5 hearts.
Yeah.
Do the symbols on Yitzbin's shoulder medallions have any specific meaning?
I believe that those were invented wholesale by Aviv.
Yes.
Oh, we should ask Aviv. I'd be surprised if she hadn't thought about that.
From the detail of it, it looked like medals, like for track and field.
Yeah,
It did. Yeah.
That's the theme. It's getting somehow cooler, Kate. Somehow you found the coolest one.
I got to make me a sweater that says Lifetime Pasta Pass on it.
How are you doing that?
How am I doing it?
There you go.
I don't know about this. Oh my God, this is the
Anna
best.
wins.
Incredible.
This is so great.
Who's Anna? It's just a beautiful horse.
Who is Anna?
Beautiful horse with
Sparrow
glasses.
head.
No, Ryan just looks like he's a fan of a soccer team.
I love Sparrow.
Urash or Saash Bear says, not a question, but today is my birthday, and I want to thank Jerry, the team, the crew, and the Shadow Chancellor for keeping this going in these hard times. It is an absolute comfort for so many of us who need to escape like this in these trying times. Your labors absolutely please us. So I'm so glad. A Molpy to you as well. I need it pretty bad. Egavazi, back again. Elder Brian is a season 1 callback. Is there any other character from the past you'd like to see make a reappearance or have your new characters meet?
Trevor.
I want to meet Trevor. Everyone tells me that I would love Trevor specifically.
Oh,
Trevor and Evelyn would get along so well.
That would be incredible.
That's what people say.
I can hook that up with ease. I know a guy. Agent Straggler. Chris, besides this being size being small instead of medium, what other differences do Kazarat Ulthar Tabaxi have over the typical Tabaxi, and can the version you are using be shared on D&D Beyond for the Shadow Council to use?
It could. What I wanted to do is have them. So, like, by other Tabaxi, they are seen as like lazy or kept, but they believe
they're city cats, right?
Yeah, but they believe that a city is as much an ecosystem as any other part of the world. They perceive a city as nature having been produced by nature.
Oh, you know what it is? It's the fruit of nature, right?
Yeah, exactly. So they think of it as a natural environment like anything else that can be lived in the same way that one lives in a jungle or in a desert or in a wherever.
Indeed. Girls a Gamer says, lots of things suck right now. But what's one thing you're grateful for? I'm grateful for the C team making me laugh.
That was going to be my answer, Jerry.
Come on.
Come on.
God.
Well, no, that's not me. If you can believe this, that's actually Girls a Gamer saying this. I'm not saying this is you. This is the Shadow Counselor. It's a nightmare.
There's nothing else. There's no other answer. Like, what else do I got?
There's nothing else bright in any of our worlds.
You get that box. Oh, Kate, what about your boxed wines?
I'm out.
Smash.
It's fucking gone. Honestly, I've had, I mean, aside from some of the math, mostly it's been pretty cool.
Can we talk about your kids making a guest appearance on last week's show?
Yeah, we didn't talk about that before.
Oh, somebody mentioned this to me in a tweeter. They were like, it was like very meaningful for them, but it's just like, I mean, I see them all the time. I didn't even make any special note of it. But
it was hilarious to watch.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Oh. I was dying.
Well, I was trying
to get. There was something wrong at first.
I found it deeply stressful. I thought they were in trouble.
Yeah, they were going at it for a minute.
Oh yeah, but
they were fighting.
Yeah. No, Ronya and Elliot are very different people for sure. But typically, I mean, so like I was saying, Ronya streams and does TikToks, but the TikToks go private.
Right.
And the streams just go to disc, right?
Right.
And so I thought for sure that she would love to come over and be in front of the camera. I thought that she would actually enjoy it, and that it was like a token sort of like, oh shucks, well, if you insist. No, presented with the actual reality of the stream, she was not ready for it.
Well, that's good that you instilled like a healthy fear of that in her, though.
Of the camera, yeah. As soon as she sees the ring light, she should know that terror is right there. But I do have a plan to invite her onto the show in a specific way while we're still doing these shows from home. I think that she would have a lot of fun. I think that people would enjoy it, and also she's super cool.
She rolls.
Yeah, she's really, really neat. Lieutenant Floby says, Ms. Prosser.
Yes.
I'm assuming you can't see the chat on C Team. That's true. How does that make your game play different? Great to have you back in the regular.
Thanks. I can see the chat. It is possible for me to see the chat.
True. You could bring it up.
But the rest of the team really doesn't like it.
That's right.
And it's weird when I'm the only conduit to the chat. So I tried it one episode. It makes it quieter. Like I liken having the chat open to doing like a live performance in a theater, because you get a little bit of the same feedback that you have like a laugh or like clapping or like, you know, a gasp or something like that. So you can kind of play off that. But I liken this more to like a private recording session, like with a live studio audience. So like they're not allowed to make noise except in certain ways, which is like our, you know, cauldron and like the emotes that we can see and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's still really cool. I guess I take less cues from chat, because in other shows where I see the chat, sometimes I'll be like, oh, that's a good idea. Or I'll answer a question subversively that has been in chat or something like that. So
yeah, GoPro hacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've just never done it because I think the feeling for us is that it's just too distracting. And so we've never had chat feed up. And I think maybe we did in our very earliest season. With,
no, not even then. Not even,
right?
I
no, okay.
That's a barrier that I wouldn't let them.
Okay.
I just don't want that in the game. I completely understand. I know that's a norm. And there's a lot of games that get streamed, and that's a common thing for some people. But for me, like the main thing that I want to do is I want maximum voyeur angle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And for me, that means we are playing a personal, private game that's for us.
Right.
We do see the emotes, though. That's Alyssa's reminding us to
that's
say.
True.
Yeah.
If you do put an emote, we see those.
Yeah, and
come flying up.
Yeah, Bulin put that in there, and I like that. I mean, I consider that being the applause. I think that's the applause as modeled, you know, in this context, right?
Mm-hmm.
But generally speaking, I want us to have a private game and we're together, and then they are invited to watch it. That's like the division of labor that I want to have there. Hornet X1. Do the players find it challenging to balance player knowledge with their new character knowledge? Probably.
Yep. 100%.
Nope.
Tough.
Not a problem.
Nope. Easy.
Don't know anything.
Evelyn's timelines are so messed up too that like I just do my best.
How many are there? Yeah, and when you run into something like that, it's the best case scenario is just to ask if you're curious about some specific thing. I might know the answer.
Plus,
that's
I'm pretty
another way
sure
actually that I rely on chat that I don't have here, because I'm really used to being like, there are at least 15 people in chat that know the entire chronology of my character, and I can ask and they will know. So that's another way that I'm just like, either I'll ask you, Jerry, or I just like decide what this Evelyn wants.
Totally.
You know,
and this Evelyn is definitely a clone, right? Like we're all on the same page about that.
If she is, I don't know about it.
I'm pretty sure she fucking is. It's because of the way that she emerged from that chrysalis at the beginning. She doesn't have her like special magical axe. Girl's a clone for sure.
She didn't have anything that would be
hadn't even occurred to me, but you're totally right.
Didn't have anything. Didn't have anything that would be impossible to duplicate.
That's funny.
Katya Oren I can see how much fun you guys are having with your current characters, but are you looking forward to the time when, if both teams will meet?
Oh, yes.
We had a little bit of that today.
Today it was good. It was good stuff.
Yeah.
I think that they're all.
I'm really
like,
excited that I got to meet Brahma. She's like a celeb for me, a celeb character, because I've never gotten to play in a game with her.
Chris, what were you saying, Chris?
Oh, I was going to say, do you think that we all are playing against type, at least from the other characters?
I think
Because
we are,
I don't
yeah.
think our current characters would like, or vice versa. Sorry, old characters would not like new characters. They'd be like,
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Mm-mm. The new team is the Island of Misfit Toys for sure.
Yeah.
we were literally, our story started off with us getting rejected.
Right?
All of us got rejected from Acq Inc.
Yeah, it's a different kind of show. Katja Oren, for Jerry / cast, since most of you are playing Animal Crossing, and so you should know that when I went out to get a drink during the rest period between the game and table talk, everyone else in my family is playing Animal Crossing in the living room.
That's awesome.
And my mom is on the fucking phone with
playing
them.
Animal Crossing.
They visit each other's island and hang out and kick it, and it's fucking dope. But has any of the gameplay given you ideas about your play here? Or for Jerry, would you ever want to do an AC one-shot with this new team? AC themed. I can see that.
I was thinking it could be cool to like build a D&D room and have all of our characters go to one island and sit there.
Yeah!
Oh, do that. God, you do that as like the video feed.
Yeah. And
That'd
then
be awesome. Get the custom clothes.
Here's a question. Do your avatars look like you? Or do you guys play off type?
They look exactly like me.
Looks like me, yeah.
mine looks like me unless I'm like cosplaying. Because I have Evelyn designs thanks to Jane Kaiko. So
Yes.
I have a walnut one too.
Yeah, everybody here, at least in the fam, is as close as they can possibly get. And it's so great. Even because back on Wii U, like if you're doing Meme Maker and stuff like that, it's actually quite rare to have the kind of red that my family's hair actually is.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost never in a game. And it isn't even in the extra colors that you have to buy for Nook Miles. Like there's
so
actually like a red hair. It's the first time we have ever seen it in a character creator where red, like a real red hair, is in the base set. It's really, really cute.
That's awesome.
I will say that my character always looks dressed for what she's doing. Like I wear a work outfit when I'm chopping wood. I'm not going to wear my fancy dress.
Same.
And good, because I was posting about that and people were like, oh, that's so cute that you do that. And I thought that apparently that was only me. And I'm glad that we all agree on that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Every day I get up, I put on my outfit for the day. If I do activities, I change clothes, and I always put myself to bed at night. Like I got my eye mask, my sleepy hat, and my pajamas. I turn off all the lights, turn off the radio.
It's a better life.
My character does not look like me.
What does your character look like?
The character's name is Emma. She's got long bluish hair. Yeah.
Beautiful hair.
Beautiful hair.
I mean, I wake up.
She got a lot of Argyle though. That is.
Brian, who is she?
I mean, this is mostly Clem's influence, but
who is she?
She's like, make a girl. I'm like, all right, fine.
Oh yeah. I've seen this dynamic before.
She's playing over my shoulder the whole time. Yeah, she's backstreet.
She's
a Backstreet Boy. Yeah.
She wants it that way.
She learned it from you.
Yeah. Yup. This is GM Anna.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that all those events like the Pokemon World Championship series and league stuff have been canceled.
Me too.
Sucks.
Do you have anything new you're doing for now?
So that's a really good question. I just left my full-time position at Twitch, and the idea was that I had those events planned and I was going to do those for the rest of the year while I spent the rest of the year resting and recuperating and also preparing new things for like my stream and producing new shows myself. So those things have accelerated a little bit, but I'm trying not to commit to doing them like right away, because the whole point was that I want to invest in like the foundational pieces of that. So if you want to watch stuff I'm doing right away, I really appreciate that. And I do have like at least 4 streams a week. They're not all on my own channel though. So if you check out my Twitch channel, Anna Prosser, or my social media, I will tell you about them. But right now it's at least what's announced is just things that I'm making. But luckily there are a few events that are like, okay, we want to do something digital and we're going to talk to you about that, but nothing is fully formed or announced yet.
Smooth. Thanks so much, C-Team. Thanks so much, Shadow Council. May our labors please you. We will, of course, see you again in a very similar configuration next week. I hope we've been able to provide you a psychological lily pad this week. We're going to maintain this process for you as long as we need to. Until next time, we'll see you around.